All right, so today we're gonna move past that old school world of just counting calories. We're diving into a smarter, more personal, and honestly, a way more effective path to managing your weight. So let's just kick things off with a question that, let's be real, probably hits pretty close to home for a lot of us. Why do so many diets that promise the world just fizzle out? It's such a common story, and it turns out the problem probably isn't you, it's the whole approach. And yeah, that leads us right into our first big topic. We really need to get why the traditional ways so often miss the mark before we can even think about building something better. And here's the thing, the numbers, they don't lie. The vast majority of people who work so hard to lose weight on these diets end up gaining it all back, sometimes even more, within just a few years. Now, that's not a failure of willpower. That's a huge sign that the method itself is broken. We've just been focusing on all the wrong stuff. Okay, I love this slide because it just lays it all out so clearly. You see that massive shift? The old way, it's a battle, right? You're constantly counting, restricting, and basically fighting against your own body. But the new approach, it's a complete 180. It's a partnership. It's about listening to your body, understanding your unique genetics, and actually working with it. And this isn't just some fringe idea. This philosophy is championed by experts like registered dietitian Tanya Fasnacht Jolliffe. Her whole thing is built on getting past simple rules. The real magic happens when you understand the what and the why behind your habits. That's so much more powerful than just following a cookie-cutter plan. So let's dig into that first piece of the puzzle, reconnecting with our body's own internal wisdom through mindful eating. This is all about listening, not just restricting. You hear mindful eating thrown around a lot, right? But it's not just some trendy buzzword. It's a really practical tool. It's about paying attention to everything. Your body's physical hunger signals, sure, but also your emotional triggers, and even just the sights and smells of your food. The whole point is to reboot those natural control systems that your body was born with. And this chart right here, it's a game changer. It shows one of the most important skills you can learn, telling the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Think about it. Real physical hunger kind of builds up slowly, right? It's patient. But emotional hunger, bam, it hits you like a ton of bricks, and it's demanding a very specific food right now. Just knowing which one you're feeling is a huge first step. And just like Tanya Jolliffe says here, this isn't some minor detail. Getting a handle on emotional hunger is absolutely critical. It's not about feeling guilty, not at all. It's about building a new set of tools so that food isn't your only go-to for dealing with stress or boredom. Okay, so let's move on to the next piece, because this all builds on itself. It's not just about what's going on in your head. We have to talk about biology, specifically the role your own unique genes play.
You know, this right here is why so many of those one-size-fits-all diets are just destined to fail. They treat every single person like their biological clone, but we know that's not true. Science shows us our genes have a huge say in how our bodies respond to food. Your DNA is a massive piece of this puzzle.
I really love this quote because it just nails the shift we need to make. Just imagine if you put all that time and energy you spent counting calories into understanding your own personal biology instead. It's about working smarter with your body's natural tendencies, not just harder against them. So what do we even mean when we say genetics? Well, it's a whole bunch of things. Your genes affect how your body handles fats and carbs, how your appetite gets regulated, even how you respond to exercise, and whether you're more prone to emotional eating. It's like a complex, personalized blueprint for your body. Okay, so this is all great in theory, right? Mindful eating, genetics, but what does that actually mean for what you put on your plate? Well, that brings us to totally rethinking the old numbers game of calories and ratios. Let's just ask a really simple question to bust a huge myth. We all know intuitively that the answer is no, right? But the old calorie counting model pretends they're exactly the same. Your body, though, oh, it knows the difference. 100 calories of protein is going to affect your hunger, your hormones, and your metabolism way differently than 100 calories of sugar. So here's the key. We need a smarter way to measure. Instead of just looking at that raw calorie number, a much more powerful focus is your personal carbohydrate to protein ratio. This is about the quality and the balance of your food, all tailored to what your body actually needs. And when you get this ratio right for your body, wow, look at the ripple effect. It's not just about weight. It's about keeping your blood sugar stable, which totally crushes cravings and helps you manage hunger. It supports your muscle, it boosts your energy. I mean, this is a recipe for feeling good all around.
All right, let's pull all these pieces together. This isn't about just picking one strategy. It's about weaving them all into a complete, whole person approach that actually fits your life.
So where do you start? It's actually simpler than it sounds. Step 1 is just awareness. Just start noticing what, when, and why you're eating with no judgment. From there, you can practice figuring out if you're physically hungry or emotionally hungry. Then you can start shifting your focus to the quality of your food, all while building up that emotional toolkit and maybe even looking into your genetics to get that personalized blueprint.
Look, if you only take one single thing away from all this today, please let it be this. The goal is to switch from a mindset of conflict to one of curiosity. You don't achieve lasting health by fighting your body. You achieve it by finally taking the time to understand it. And that's the final question I really want to leave you with. Just think about it. What new things could you learn? What possibilities could open up if you shifted all that energy from battling your body to simply becoming its partner and its student? The answer might just change everything.
I stopped trying to find a doctor who would listen, and I did this instead. For years, I was doing everything right. Eating clean, exercising, getting 8 hours of sleep, but I was still exhausted. I had constant brain fog, and my hormones felt completely out of whack. Every doctor told me my labs were normal, and it was probably just stress. I was about to give up until I found Holistic Health. It's a free AI wellness tool trained by functional medicine experts. I spent 5 minutes answering questions about everything: my symptoms, my sleep, my digestion, and it built me this. And this was the light bulb moment. It didn't just give me a list of problems, it connected the dots. It showed me how my gut health was likely impacting my hormones and how that was causing the fatigue and the brain fog. It even gave me a clear list of potential root causes, supplements to research, and even the specific lab tests to ask for. Its HIPAA is secure, over 77,000 people have used it, and it's 100% free to get your blueprint. If you feel like you're not being heard, start here. Understand your body first and then decide your next step.